Hey everybody, this is Rob from Flailthroughs, and today we're going to take a look at Gundam Battle Operation. This is a free-to-play game that just came out in Japan. You need to have a Japanese PSN account to be able to download it. There are places online that, if you Google it or look around on YouTube, you should be able to find a way to do that. And then you can download the game, and it's completely free-to-play. Well, as free-to-play as any free-to-play game is, but we'll get to that. So, okay, let me go through some of the basic menu stuff here so that people who don't know any Japanese at all can get around a little bit. Well, okay. Okay, for some reason I got some bonus points just for logging in. That's new. But, okay, while we wait, it's very similar to things like Star Wars Battlefront. It's an online multiplayer third-person shooter kind of thing. So, okay, here's the menu. Up top is the online room menu. That's how you join a match. Top, once you pick basic. When you're this new at the game, that's all you can get. And you have the choice between quick match and custom match. Quick will throw you into any lobby that has room, whereas if you hit custom, you have the choice of looking for rooms that already exist, which is the top item, or the second item, which is host your own match. Sorry I'm a little stuttery. This is the first video I've ever recorded by myself in my entire life. So, next item down on the menu is customize. You can get items for your mobile suit. Apparently you can update your hangar in some way, and you can even add things like medals to your MS Pilot. I understand once you get further in the game, you can customize the colors on your mobile suits. You can customize your pilot suit, things like that. This is the shop. Okay. Now, the top item here is energy. Energy is what lets you actually get into matches. You have a maximum of 3 that they just give to you, and that recharges 1 point every 2 hours. So every 2 hours, if you haven't done anything else, you will be able to play another round of Gundam Battle Operation for free. If you level up, or you get certain other items, you get bonus energy, and that will let you, and that stocks where it says 2 of 99. Also, if you have the yen and the Japanese PSN account, you can buy extra energy in groups of between 2 and 40. Other than that, the shop here lets you buy other items. You have to unlock things as you go: mobile suits, weapons, customized parts, and decals for your mobile suit. The database, apparently, I think it gives, information on what you've done. Haven't gained a lot of experience, mostly played Federation that I've just been picking random, so that's the luck of the draw. Let's take a look at the options screen for a second for anybody who needs to take a look. The top one is control. Be honest, I'm not sure what the top one is. This is right analog sensitivity. This is the vertical axis on the right analog stick. I have that inverted. Horizontal axis is normal. Again, not sure what that one is. Control schemes. This is, well, the important part. In the default control scheme for a mobile suit, R1 is fire, R2 is weapon select. L2 makes your mobile suit crouch. Once you're crouching, if you hit circle, you can exit the mobile suit and run around as a pilot. Very few Gundam games actually let you do that. The only other one was Gundam Operation Troy, which never came out in the US because Gundam Crossfire for the PS3 was such a bomb. Pilot control, okay, getting ahead of myself, sorry. Triangle button is your tackle attack in a mobile suit, or a knife if some MS have that, or if you're a pilot, that'll be the same thing. Square is reload. Circle is the action button. It's what lets you exit the mobile suit. It's what lets you capture certain points. X is dash, and of course you have a boost gauge. There's only so much running you can do at a time. L1 is jump. Again, that affects the boost gauge, so there's only you can only do so much. Our right stick moves the camera, and pressing it in enters you into sniper mode if you have a weapon that's worth sniping with. Pilot controls are pretty similar, except there's really not much of a dash attack. You have to, you have the basically hover unit that Gundam pilots often get so that you can get a little bit up off the ground if you need to. Haven't really used a tank yet, but it's basically a simplified version of the MS controls. There's no dashing, there's no jumping. You can fire, you can change weapons, and you can reload. This is the little kind of hover cars that you can pick up. Obviously not as good as a mobile suit or a tank, but they move pretty quickly, and if you can't get anything else, it works. Okay, this is sound, volume pretty obviously, and you can switch between two different operators. Yeah, so pretty simple. Below that is exit the options screen and hit credits. Something you'll want to know, on American PS2s, you'll want to hit X to select things. An awful lot of Japanese games make you hit circle. But to back out of the menu, but to select things on most of these menus, you'll hit X and you will hit circle to cancel. There's a couple of menus in here where it does it the Japanese way, and I have no idea why or what the difference is. But let's take a look at the game now. Going to go with custom match, going to try and jump into another lobby. This is maps available. At my level, there's only the one. Not sure what these settings are, quite honestly. This is the setting where you can choose whether you want to be on the Federation or Xeon side. I think I'll try Xeon just for a change. This is the minimum number of people on each side of the match. It goes between 4 and 6. And you can look for any specific room comment, apparently. So let's take a look. Okay, let's try this one. It's mostly full. And this game takes place in the Universal Century. That's the original Gundam timeline that started in 1979 and is still going. It's set during the One-Year War, the time period of the original Gundam series and most of the spin-offs. And I just got booted back out of the lobby, which happens a lot, unfortunately. So let's go back. Exciting, yes, but I think I'll just go for either side because that will simplify things. Yeah, see? A lot more choices this time, so... Now, this is... For this menu, the top one is Ready to Launch. This is Customize. This is Shop. This is Look at the Game Rules. This is Invite a Friend. And this is Leave the Room. So, I'm as set up as I'm ever going to be, so... Let's give it a shot. I played a little bit of this earlier. I'm not great. I've done okay. It's one of those situations where if I'm the best person on the side, we're in trouble. But I'm getting the hang of it. I'm enjoying it, especially, you know, considering the price. It's, as you're gonna see, it runs a little slow. It's not the best Gundam game I've ever played, but it's decent. And I'm still, the jury's still out if some of that slowness is due to the fact that I am using basic mobile suits, because that's all I've unlocked so far, or if it's inherent to the game. I'm really not sure which. But just waiting on one last person, and we'll be going in a moment. But it's pretty similar to, like I said, Star Wars Battlefront and a lot of games of that type. There are points that you can capture on foot for points for your side. Highest number of points in 8-minute match wins. And naturally you get a lot more points for destroying the enemy base and enemy mobile suits, but you may as well go for those capture points at the beginning if nobody else does. Anytime you're ready, Yoji. But yeah, this is something I've been looking forward to. I'm a Gundam fan from a while back. Well, about 2000. Universal Century is basically my favorite. The original Gundam and Zeta Gundam are probably tied for my favorite series, so it's... I've always wanted to play a game where you could get out of the mobile suit like you can in this. Unfortunately, as with any online game, the lobby wait can be a thing. But like I said, I apologize for the stuttery nervousness because I just haven't done this before. So I'm sure I will ultimately get used to it. And we can just get one more person to show up. People bounce in and out of lobbies. I've been playing a lot of Castlevania Harmony of Despair lately, and it's a lot of the same things. People jump in and out of lobbies. Occasionally you will get kicked for no good reason. And if you're lucky, you'll end up with people who actually know what they're doing, who are helpful and who are friendly. And if you're not lucky, you will get cursed out by the guy taking bong hits. I mean, it's just the nature of online gaming. I'm sure I'm not telling anybody that anything they don't know. But almost there, it looks like. Just 2 more people, hopefully. Riveting YouTubing here. My apologies. While I'm waiting, I'd like to thank Istvan82 for my brother for helping me do this, because this is his rig, and he set it up for me, and he's the reason I'm able to do this, and I appreciate it. So. And he has just let me know I can stop recording until the match starts, which sounds like a really great idea. So, and we're back. I kept getting booted from other rooms, so I made one of my own. I don't know if it was just bad connections or if the other players are booting me because, you know, I'm not Japanese. And frankly, I was a member of the moderating team on a Gundam message board that got the opportunity to playtest Gundam Universal Century online, which was kind of a precursor to this in its way. It was a Gundam MMO, wasn't very good from the reports from my fellow moderators, and they also said that if they found out that a player wasn't Japanese, they would murder you unto death. So, you know, I don't know if that's what's going on. I'm not saying that necessarily, but it's a possibility. I'll put it this way. When I started my own room, I got into a match. So here we go. Like I said, a little clunky, a little slow, but over here is one of the points that you can capture on foot. That gym pilot's going over there to do that. And everybody else is heading ahead. Zaku's are actually a little bit better. They get grenades, which are much stronger than the gym's head Vulcans, and they have a fair bit more armor than a gym, which is, you know, probably accurate. I think I'll switch to the beam saber and try and move in. Did not work. And I'm overheated from attempting that tackle that also didn't work. I'm doing good. There's a pretty long wait, at least at this model of mobile suit, between beam saber slashes. So I am taking a lot of damage. The Zaku is probably not. The beam saber attacks are not great. The saving grace is that there is a fair amount of backswing. I'm about to drop, so let's see if I can get out of my MS before I explode. Yes! So let's see how long I survive before I get stepped on. I'm gonna... about that long. Okay, and here's the respawn. Because my mobile suit got destroyed before I did, it actually respawns a little bit quicker, but until the pilot, of course, can respawn. Mobile suit's not going anywhere. It usually takes mobile suits about 2-3 more seconds to respawn than a pilot, so if you're really feeling brave and want to head out on foot, you can, but I obviously don't recommend it. What I haven't been able to do yet, and I really want to find out about, is whether or not you can jack someone else's mobile suit. I hope so. That would be fun. But I have a feeling that as the game goes on, all the things that I'm finding exceedingly slow right now, like attack times, reload times, and the like, will speed up as you upgrade your mobile suit. But the base game, it's a little slow right now. See, that's how long it takes to reload my machine gun. In Federation vs. Zeon, that was like a 1-second action. It was the fastest thing in the world. If you've never played any of the Gundam vs. games, I recommend them. They're great. Federation vs. Zeon and Gundam vs. Zeta Gundam are both available domestically for the PS2. And they're pretty cheap now. And I wish that series had gone further in the USA, because some of the later games, the Gundam Seed Destiny game is amazing. And I would love to play that in English. My modded PS2 went up. I'd love to play it at all. So from the static, I'm thinking my main camera's almost going up. And I'm getting out because I'm about to drop. You can switch from a machine gun for anti-personnel to a bazooka, which can do some damage to mobile suits. Really slow. You actually can also even get out a repair kit and attempt to repair your mobile suit, assuming you're not under fire. He's trying very hard to shoot me on the ground or walk over me. He will probably succeed, and did. Ooh, twisty. Currently, despite my best efforts, the Federation is in the lead. We might actually win this. Again, not my fault. A lot of the Zeon players have gotten more upgraded mobile suits than the Federation players have. This guy's in Garmazabi's Zaku. It's faster, it's stronger. There's at least one Zaku cannon around. I believe on our side we do have a Gym light armor and a Gym sniper, which is decent. Eventually I'd like to unlock some of that stuff, but it's going to take more play than I've had time to put in since the game was released last night. Here's a little hint. You don't have to play on your Japanese PSN account. You can play on any of your PSN accounts, but if you try and access the store to buy points, not that I think this is going to be an issue for most people, it will give you an error because, of course, American PlayStation accounts cannot access the Japanese PSN store. So, just be aware of that. Should be an enemy right around the corner, it looks like. Right there. Oh, somebody I shot got killed and I got points for an assist, so... Minute and 20 left until the round ends. It's pretty close, so this is not good. It's definitely time for me to back off. If you get close enough to a large enough piece of scenery, you can also hold circle to take cover. And my shield is destroyed. So... overheated, and I'm blown up. Unless one of the gyms cleans up here in the last 34 seconds, I'm probably going to be the reason we lose this match. So let's see what I can do with 22 seconds of time. And the answer is not even reach where the fighting is. I do like that the little circles on the backpack indicate what color, what condition your thrusters are in currently. That's a nice touch. The graphics are not bad. Again, it moves a little choppy, but I'm not sure if that's the game or the lag from playing halfway across the world from where it's supposed to be played. And it stops to save before it tells you anything. Yep, we lost. But the good news is you still get experience anyway, so. And I was not quite the worst thing on our team, so. And I was only the third worst player overall, so yay, I guess. And after a load, we will get a look at how the experience is given out and how items are unlocked for purchase. And then we'll wrap it up. Okay. I leveled up. That means I get another piece of bonus energy for playing the game later. I get another 900 points towards purchasing things. Okay, I'm 20% towards that item, whatever it is. I have unlocked the bronze chip. I'm not quite sure what that does. And I'm 40% towards unlocking a gym light armor, which I can then purchase in the shop for points and take into battle. I just wanted to point out that I can purchase it for points and not real money. I thought that was kind of an important distinction. The bronze chip gives me 500 points when it's complete, so some extra money. That's good. And a bonus point of energy because I leveled up. And that's pretty much how the game works, and so I'm going to call it here, and thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you again sometime.